Welcome to Mastercam the Movie. It's a movie about how to use Mastercam. If you're not familiar with the program, it's been around since the 1980s, and it's become an industry standard to some extent. It's pretty powerful software. You can do mirroring. You can do stuff. If you don't have Mastercam, you can get it from any one of these reputable dealers, or you can buy it off of my boy Remix at the corner of Winchester and Brew. He'll find you. Once you have the program installed, we can get started. Alright, so we just opened up Mastercam, and the first thing we're going to do is customize this bad boy. We're going to go to File, and then to Configuration, and we're going to go to Colors, and I don't like the background color. I don't like how it's a gradient. I don't like it one bit. I want to make it black, and I'm gonna hit save as, and I'm gonna save this as my custom one. You can make your own file. I named mine custom. It's all caps. It's dope. And now are you gonna do it? Yeah, now you're gonna do it. Okay, cool. So we've got that set up. We've got File. We're going to change more colors. So we're going to go to File Options, and we can go black and lime. Cool. This is easy on the eyes, I think. So we can see our origin point here. If you right click, you can view the top of your part, and these are all the views. So the views are interesting and important. So you got your views and your planes, you have like work coordinate system and everything. So right now we're looking at the top, and the top plane is our work coordinate system and our C plane and our T plane. We can change that. We can double click here and make whatever you want. Just do what feels good. I like top. And then the other important thing you're going to do is make sure all of these are checked. I had them unchecked once. It was terrible. Just check them. Trust me. You'll thank me later. You'll say, Lyle, thank you for telling me everything I should do here. All right, so now we're going to go to File. We're going to open up our model. And I made a little test cube. There you go, browse for it. And it's got all the faces labeled so that you can see how to do the translation, which you're inevitably going to have to do this, right? So you're going to have some file that you made in some other program, and it's going to import, and it's going to be upside down backwards. The program fucking sucks, and it's generally terrible. Yeah, so you can see it's doing that here, right? So we're looking at the top view, but it's the front view. It's 10 kinds of wrong. So we're going to go to Transform. I'm going to go Dynamic Transform. Control A to select everything. End our selection. Now we get to place this little gnomon here, and I'm going to place it. Where am I going to place it? It should snap. Why aren't you snapping? Okay, it snaps right there. That's fine. I can take it. The top view shows us this front view, right? So if we want the top view to be the top view, to really be the top view, I'm going to do that. All right. And now we got to make sure it's move, or it will just create another one, and then we'll have some monstrosity. So we're going to say, yeah, we wanted to move it there. Cool. So now it's where the origin actually should be, which is the bottom left of this part. And it's pink now. Don't know why. Just go to uncheck colors. Just clear those colors. Get them out of there. Okay. So now if we go top, hey, look. It's a real top of the part. Program fucking sucks. Never mind anything I just said. Alright, we're going to call this import. So this is level 1 import. And now level 2, we're going to make a new one. It'll be 2. And we're going to call this wireframe. A lot of people who do Mastercam program off of a wireframe. You can also program off of a solid, but I learned to do wireframe, and that's what I'm going to show you, by golly. So once we have our hollow part, that's what IGES files are. IGES files import as surfaces only. So that's what we have. It's just a bunch of surfaces with no volume or anything. So we're going to go to surfaces, we're going to go to wireframe, and we're going to say, hey, curve all these edges. That's saying, hey, I want lines with no gaps in them, no goofy gaps from importing and going between programs. And Mastercam's going to say, okay, I got you. And we can leave all this as is, but now we got a wireframe. Cool. And now we can turn that invisible, and we still got our wireframe. How neat is that? All right, so now we're going to go to we're going to make another level. We're going to call this op1. Right? All right, this is where we're going to start doing our programming, but we're going to sort of put a pin in that because we're going to go to machine. We're going to say, hey, I want a milling machine. And I already have mine set up, but what you're going to do is you're going to go to manage list. You're going to say, hey, this 3-axis mill without the millimeters is going to be in this list. You're going to add it. So like I can go remove, and then hey, there it is. Add it again. Okay. Now go to toolpaths and say mill and select it for real this time. Not just like add it to the list, but you know, enable it. Okay. So we've got that. And now we can start like actually programming, right? Because we've got our top plane selected. That's fine. But you know what would be even better is making a plane from geometry. Deselect. You can hit escape to deselect. Try one more time. Let's try it the first way I did it. Maybe it'll turn out different. XYZ, that's one. That's it. So now we've got our axes here. So these are brand new axes for our new plane, and they're lasering through the part there. That's cool. So that's where our machine 0 point is going to be. We're going to start machining this thing from the top left. So we're going to go to mill toolpaths, and let's face this thing. Let's face the part. Face mill. Cool. Whatever. Do this. Select a chain, and we're going to select this face. So you click all the individual ones. It's slower, but it gives you a lot more control over how the tool moves around the part. Boy, is it powerful. Okay, so now we've selected our thing, and this prompt is going to fly up at you. It's going to say, hey, what tool do you want to use? And we're going to select a new library tool. I think there's no tools. Oh god, I don't know what any of that means. Drill, drill, drill to drill. Are there any? Engraving tool and mill. This is only like a 2-inch cube, so let's just use a 1/2-inch flat end mill. 1/2 flat end mill. Okay, cool. So our tool diameter, yeah, that's 0.5. And let's say it's tool number 5 in our tool holder. It'll automatically change all these values. Spindle speed, let's do 3,500 for no reason. Feed rate, 30 inches per minute. Plunge rate, 10 inches per minute. Sure. You can change your feed per tooth. You can check that, whatever that is. You can do rapid retract. Cool. I'm happy with all of this so far. And look, it generates a toolpath. It's going to come down in here and go bam, map, 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 map. And it looks like it's set up for like one direction. So it's going to come up every time, go back down, come up, back down. But if you messed it up, like you almost certainly will, you click on parameters. And now start going to cut parameters and say, hey, look, we can choose our overlap. We can do our style of stuff. Let's try it a zigzag, and then we'll click on that again, regenerate, and it's different now, and we can even visualize it like so. And if you want like an animated thing, you go to verify, and this is going to show you a little video of what it looks like. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? Wasn't it, everyone? But you might notice it just kind of like went over the thing. Well, that's because I forgot a real important thing. You go to stock setup, and let's do a bounding box. And so that's gonna, let's see, select the whole thing as the bounding box. Let's just do 2, 2, and let's do 2.1. Cool, so now I've got like a little box around with the size of our stock. So we've defined our stock. Now let's try this again. Let's verify it again. And it should take off that 5 thou and give us another color, but it's like, it's not doing that. Oh, there's our problem. All right, so we're gonna go to the toolpath, and I bet I know what's going on. Max step over, stock to leave on floors, 0. You don't want to leave no stock on that floor. We're just gonna uncheck depth cuts. You can define all of this, which is cool. Be sure to check all these as absolute, or you're just asking for trouble. All right, let's verify this one more time. There we go. Boom. All right. So I mean that right there. Them's the basics. This program gets a lot more complicated than that, but hopefully you learned something. Jesus. God. Okay, if you fuck it up all the time like I do, you're gonna go to parameters. But you know what? Oh, tool generation failed. Well, you can do that too. Don't know why you'd ever want to, but fuck. There's some less shitty way to do this. And this whole thing with the planes and the work coordinate system is, it's a real fucking bitch is what it is. The fuck? I fucking love it when tool generation fails.